May Day. May Day. Sunday, May 1st. 2 o'clock Central Time, live with Mary and Jaimee Harris. Thanks for joining us. Can you believe it's May?
I truly cannot.
It is 81 degrees in Nashville, Tennessee right now. Going to have a warm day. And we are definitely going to go straight from spring chilly to hot here in Nashville.
We did not have much of a spring this year.
It was chilly. It was cool spring, and now it's hot, and it's going to stay that way. My sense is that it will stay that way. I'll take it. I like hot over cold. Being cold is don't like it. So it's warm down here, and what's going on with us? We are headed out this week to play Houston. We'll be in Houston town. I think there's 6 tickets left. 6 tickets left in Houston. That is Friday, the 5th of May. We'll be at the Monkey Duck with our friends Rusty and Teresa hosting us at the Duck. And I believe they do a live stream of that show. If you go to Monkey Duck Houston, you want to catch us on stage at a venue in front of an audience live. I think that is possible at the Monkey Duck. They do live stream, and they have a wonderful 3-camera shoot. So they run it from the back office and can switch cameras, do close-ups. It's pretty fancy. It's almost like TV. Hell, it is TV. And so we'll be there on Thursday night. We're taking off on Friday and heading to a little town called Wimberley, Texas, right outside of Austin, where on Saturday we're playing the Blanco River Songwriter Festival. And we got word that the accommodations for the festival, what's the matter?
People are saying our volume is too low. You might want to just lean a little closer.
Okay.
In the talking part, maybe, I guess.
You want to turn up the overall volume?
I can. I'll just hope it doesn't get too loud later.
Okay, all right. That's better. Yeah, so then we'll be at the Blanco River Songwriters Festival on May 7th outside of Wimberley. That is what's happening. We'll have a couple of days in Austin, and then come back and start on the Songwriter Online Workshop that I'm teaching starting on May 14th. For 4 Saturdays in a row, I'll be working with songwriters on Zoom. We have 3 seats left in that workshop that I'm teaching in May, which starts May 14th. So that will be the 14th, the 21st, the 28th, and then June 1st. So it's 4 weeks, 3 hours a day on Saturdays. And after that, then we're kicking it off. We're in a CD release cycle, aren't we? So some orders came to my door, big boxes of stuff. Look, I got a new record. There it is. There's the CD, and oh my God, we got the vinyl. The vinyl is here. My new project is called Dark Enough to See the Stars. CDs and vinyl are in. They hit the stores and the streets on June 3rd. You can pre-order on my website, and they will show up to you before they go to the stores, and they will show up at your place signed. I have signed several hundred vinyl and CDs, so we can ship early, and we'll ship early if you pre-order on my website. So once we hit that CD release, which is June 3rd, we're going to be on the road a whole lot. And looking forward to hitting every part of the country, including the Great White North. We're going to Canada. We'll be up in Edmonton for the Folk Festival. And we'll be in Eastern Canada, north of Halifax, for the Stan Rogers Folk Festival. We're going to play in Wolfville. We're going to play in Halifax. And we're headed, of course, over the pond. And we'll be in November in the UK and in parts of Europe. And there's a lot of tour dates just pouring in. We're going to announce them shortly. as they stack up. You ready to go, Jaimee? You ready?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Oh, we'll just adjust if we need to. We're having some volume issues, looks like. But we'll just adjust as we go, because that's how we do it.
We're having volume issues?
Yep.
You want to turn it up?
I think it's just on YouTube, so
It's just on YouTube?
it sounds weird. So
It sounds weird on YouTube. Sorry about that, all you YouTubers. We don't know exactly how to fix that. It sounds okay here. And we bought a fancy new camera and are trying to install it. And it is quite a ordeal. So we're using the old camera today, but hope to come to you live with the new camera at some point soon. Soon. We came close, but we didn't get there. So some settings might have gotten mangled as we tried to figure out the new camera, which is, what's it called? Cinema Ready. It's a movie camera, really high-end movie camera that I'm lying when I say we are figuring it out. Jaimee is figuring it out.
that's also a lie, kind of, based on the status. We have been jealous of Hayes Carl's camera ever since he was on the show. We've been trying to chase down that thing.
Yeah, we've got the camera. We're ready to go. We need a teacher.
And we got a different computer. We got a lot of weird stuff going on
Yeah,
today.
we got lots of stuff happening, but I think we have a teacher, Josh and Nielsen, who made all the videos for me for Rifles and Rosary Beads. They made videos for this new record, and they're also working on a lot of projects that are video centric. They're going to come over here and figure us out, because Lord knows we need some help with this stuff. Thanks for letting us know in the comments that we're coming to you a little mangled, and we'll do our best to get it right. Thank you, Jaimee. So let's play a song and quit talking here. Yeah. Truckers and troubadours, black coffee and metaphors, steering wheels, late nights and songs. Wake up in the morning, we're gone. On the stage, on the road, pack it up, pull the load. Thousands of miles left to do, always just passing through. Truckers and troubadours, I'd rather have walking the floors. Can't wait to make it back home, counting the days till we're gone. Gear jammers, rhymers, not made for these timers, in love with the strange and the new, always just passing through. Interstate headlights and stars in our eyes, packing our bags as we must. Sometimes it's heaven, sometimes it's hell, slaves to the old wanderlust. Wanderlust. Truckers and troubadours, better off not keeping score. White lines and rear view towns, too late to turn back now. Dashboards and dials, getting paid by the miles, missing old friends we knew, always just passing through. Truckers and troubadours, truckers and troubadours, truckers and troubadours, truckers and troubadours. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm just gonna play a bunch of songs off that Dark Enough to See the Stars record, and this one is called The Meadow. I wrote with my dear friend, Mr. Ben Glover. Highway 90 westbound in the falling dark, rolling past cornfields, catfish farms and swamps, a Pascagoula sunset, longing breaking through. Don't know why I'm always leaving, don't know why I left you. Won't you meet me in the meadow? We can look up at the stars, lean into the wind, dream again, find out who we are. Won't you meet me in the meadow? No more alone. We could lay down in the grass till the feelings pass, then go home. I have so much to tell you, I'm ready to come clean. I'm so tired of running from things I cannot leave. You and me in Mississippi, battered, beautiful and scarred, in need of forgiveness and the grace of God. Won't you meet me in the meadow? We can look up at the stars, lean into the wind, dream again, find out who we are. Won't you meet me in the meadow? No more alone. We could lay down in the grass till the feelings pass, then go home. Let's throw a blanket in the grass till the feelings pass, then go home. You didn't know if I was going to go there, did you?
I should have been paying closer attention.
Let me just make a confession here on this live stream in front of 110, 11, 12 people and Jaimee. I am a hard person to play with. I change songs every time I play them. I change meter, I change timing, I change lyrics, I forget where I'm going, I have to find it in the middle. I am a hard person. I mess with the phrasing, and somehow when things go wonky because of me, you smile at me. How do you keep such an even, like, don't you want to just kill me? Really?
No, not with this stuff.
not with music.
Maybe with other stuff.
Life, yes. Music, no.
Just rock and roll.
It's just rock. Well, I just want to honor you because you're so even-tempered and calming, and you're very positive and upbeat, and I know I'm difficult. I know it. I know that I am always throwing curveballs. Mostly because
also, if you're gonna sing, I mean, the thing is, I think too, like, if you're gonna be a background singer in any form or fashion, a harmony singer in any way, like, you have to accept that no matter, I mean, if you do what was right, the right part or whatever, like, you're always gonna be the one that looks like you got it wrong. Always. So you have to just accept that,
Well,
I think, before you can even go into the field.
Well, and that's a real big discussion because the right part is the part that was rehearsed, right? That was the part that was written and the part that was agreed to almost in a sort of a contractual way. Here's the way the song goes. I'm going to sing this and you're going to sing that.
But my favorite people to sing with are people that change it every time.
People like me never do that. Because we never sing the same thing twice, so we're really hard to sing with.
But I like it because it's a challenge. It's really fun, and it keeps the music fresh.
And you're good at it.
I like it.
I mean, I can careen into a ditch and the car is flipping and rolling, and you're right there with it somehow.
Well, one thing that really, really helped me was when I lived in Austin, I think I've talked about it on here before, but I'm going to move this. Can we move this up just a tiny little bit?
I don't know. The sound thing is...
Okay, so I used to go to this gospel brunch that happened every Sunday, and it was like 4 usually regular folks and a drummer. And then they had a mic set up in the background, so if anyone wanted to like hop up and sing background vocals, or not just anyone, you kind of had to be invited. But I had an open invitation, so if they would just like let me...
You're loud.
Okay. They would just say, if you show up, you can just hop up and sing with anybody. And that's cool. When different people were on tour, they would stop in on Sunday morning. Like, that's where I met Chuck Prophet and a lot of other people that were really cool. And so something about that was like, not only was I like learning songs on the spot in a lot of cases, or like learning parts. I was learning parts on the spot because sometimes, depending on who was there, I would sing a low harmony, a high harmony. Like, I just kind of had to figure out where I fit. And it made me, one, get really tough around it, and 2, get really courageous. It made me more willing to try stuff that wasn't rehearsed. So I really think that, and guitar stuff as well, sitting in at that gospel brunch, because it was just,
so do you read body language, trying to figure out where somebody, like if somebody's gonna go up or down, you look at shoulders, or what are cues? Are there physical cues as to where the singer might be going? Is there like a head back, or like, is there a, you seem to be able to follow it in a nonverbal way.
Yeah, I think that I think that there are, but I don't know what they are. I think they're probably different.
You're good at it.
For every person.
Yeah, you're real good at it.
Like, for John D. Graham, I feel like when his head goes down, that actually means he's about to do something where he's going to go up. Because he
goes down before he goes up.
Yeah.
So,
it just depends on the person.
It depends on the person. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Well, I'm impressed, and I'm forever grateful that when things are a little wonky with me, you can follow, and when things get way off track, you don't get mad. Because see, if you got mad, then I would get more thrown, and then things would get real bad.
Yeah, for sure. Snowball effect.
So that positive yes vibe thing, that smile that you always bring, it really helps the direction to go in a positive direction. Because truth is, we all make mistakes on stage every night. Oh, yeah. Even Bruce Springsteen. Oh, yeah. I've watched him many, many, many times do it in a way that he had to regain his footing. And he's got this big yes vibe of a band that just lets the boss be the boss. And even solo, I've watched him like go out of tune on a 12-string once, and he couldn't get it back. It took minutes and minutes, which on stage feels like hours if you're unable to tune your own guitar. And he was insisting on getting it himself, and a guitar tech wanted it, but he's like, no, I'll got it. And the 12-string just went haywire on him, which can happen to anybody. We're all just human. And so I think part of the fun of live shows is that it can go terribly wrong. And the job of the performer is to make the wrong into a right. Mm-hmm. You know, is to stay with the idea that this is not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to connect. If the idea is that it's supposed to be perfect, you're always going to be frustrated, stuck as a human being, you know, and a human fallible somehow can forget.
There's something really endearing about it too, right? Because I feel like inherently as human beings, we're rooting for the people on stage to win, right? We're rooting for it to be a good show. We're rooting for them to be successful. So
That's right.
I remember like when we were at the Ryman and we did that thing for Thistle Farms and Brandy Carlisle
stepped on her mic cord and unplugged her mic. It exploded.
Like,
so she's holding a mic that's not plugged in. So she just bent down and grabbed it and plugged it back in, and it exploded again.
And it was like, that is so human.
It's like, it's relatable.
It's so endearing.
Yeah. Remember John Prine forgetting his lyrics early on. I was at the LSU, it was a student forum gig. So I was in college. I was 19. So that was 40 years ago, 41 years ago. Mm-hmm. And John was young, and he used to come out on stage with a 6-pack of Tall Boys. And when the beers were gone, the show was over. Okay, a 6-pack of Tall Boy. He'd drink, and he forgot the words. And the audience was shouting it out to him, and he kept saying, "Thank God for John Prine's songbooks." But the audience had to remind him of the words of his own song, and it wasn't a problem. It was actually fun.
Because he gave them an opportunity
to help him.
Well, also to be like to participate in the show. So when something goes wrong, and inherently you're rooting for like Brady Carlisle to plug the mic back in and just to like not let it go off the rails, like that is actually participating in the show in a meaningful way, I think.
It's just
and
human.
People, that's what people remember is.
Yeah, people remember the humanity of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just an opportunity to be involved.
Everybody's part of the show now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll think about the joy inside your laughter. I'll think about your hand inside mine. I'll think about the softness of your sweet skin as I try not to think about time. I'll think about my arms wrapped all around you. I'll think about the kindness in your eyes. I'll think about how you showed up on my doorstep while I try not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, so many stairs to climb. So many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I'll think about your candlestick fingers on my skin. I'll think about the shiver in your side. I'll think about how much I want to kiss you as I try not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, so many stairs to climb, so many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I will try not to think about time. Jaimee Harris, play a song,
Okay.
would you?
I see that my good friend Tom Meany is on the feed, and Tom is a wonderful songwriter
Hi, Tom.
and person. And tech wizard. I was like, maybe we should call Tom about the the camera too.
Hey, Tom, we need camera help.
Yeah, we need all kinds of help, Tom. But Tom is wonderful, and I've done a lot of shows with him, songwriter shows, and we did a little tour with Wes Collins, a friend of mine from North
Y'all
Carolina.
did? Where'd you do it?
Through Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
We brought Wes through there. And Tom does a beautiful version of this song. I think you can find it on YouTube. And it's a song I wrote, and that blows my mind. When people cover, when people sing songs you wrote, doesn't that blow your mind still?
Every single time, it's always an honor when someone sings a song I wrote.
Yeah.
Always an honor.
And it's funny because if I remember for your record, on that song we just played, About Time, we tried to record it in the studio, and then we had done like a demo version of it before, like maybe the summer before, and we decided that, there was something about that demo we really liked, and so we decided to use that version and just add piano. Is that correct?
Oh, I forgot about that. Was the one song that gave us a little trouble because we
it
couldn't
wasn't
get it
happening
as
in the
good
moment.
as the demo.
Right.
And so we just went and grabbed the demo and let it be. That was it, and just added piano on top of that demo, and that was it.
Yeah. So I had a similar experience with this song when I was making my record, and we thought, oh, this song will be like the easiest and it wasn't. It like wrestled us to the ground, and we went back and listened to the demo that I made. Well, not demo, but I thought I was going to use this for an acoustic record, and we ended up not using it because it felt more like the start of a second record than an addition to an acoustic record. So when we listened back in the studio, we said the same thing, like, oh, there's something about this recording that we can't
the demo
capture.
is better than, so we got to go with that.
So we just added guitar, and then there it is.
There's a secret insider secrets.
Is it okay that I shared those secrets?
Of course, this is our tribe here with us, and I think it's fun to talk about the behind the scenes stuff during these live streams, because it's not something we talk about on stage.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
This is a sort of a more intimate
and I can see there are a lot of songwriters and people that make records on here, and they probably
so if you can't beat the
relate.
demo, use the demo.
Tonight the moon is colored black, old smoker's teeth. I know it sounds crazy, but it almost seems in reach, kinda like you. Kinda like you. I know I could drive all night and never reach that place. Even if I did, they wouldn't ask me to stay. Kinda like you. Kinda like you. You're nothing but a stranger, and a promise left unkept. They warned me of the danger, so I never told you exactly how I felt. Tonight the stars are sparkling o'er the desert while she sleeps. Me, I stay awake to watch them shine till morning creeps. Kinda like you. Kinda like you. Well, if I could, I'd never tire and sing each one a song. Sing 'em promises of love, sing 'em I won't be gone long. Kinda like you, baby. Kinda like you. I ain't used to being lonely. I've done fine all on my own, but you're leaving, it still haunts me like the ghost of a lover left unknown.
love that song.
Thank you.
You know what I want to hear?
What?
Sam's.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, it hit me. I probably could play harmonica on that song.
Sam's?
On that song.
What?
What keys
We
that
should
in?
do that.
Is that in E?
It's in B.
B, C, D, E. I need an F harmonica. I don't have an F harmonica, but I'd get one.
That'd be fun.
I think I could just sort of lay down some pads underneath it.
I would love for you to play harmonica on this song, too.
What key's that in?
I have to ask Mark. I think it's an F.
What's your first chord?
B minor. So really it's like, what is the 6 minor? No, not the 6 minor. The 3 minor of F?
Three
Wait a
minor
minute,
of
that's
F.
not right. I don't know.
Play it. We'll figure it
I'll
out.
call Mark Hallman immediately.
I don't
after
have to
this.
know. I can just hear it and try stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
experiment with it. Yeah.
It's good to ask. I haven't done this in a while, I think.
I love Sam's.
It's good to see you, oh my friend. I've been hiding out again. I had this feeling you would understand. Spending too much time alone, and for a moment I'll start feeling good again. Go on down to Sam's. I don't remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Sam don't run the place no more, and they got rock stars living in the back. You and I guess that we don't think too much on that. We just talk out by the fire, and every once in a while I'll light a cigarette, even though I know you hate it. Just like our friend that died, or is he really gone, or in the wind? I think I'm spinning out again. I don't remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Pretty soon you'll head north, and so will I. We'll say goodbye and then return when the leaves have changed their color. Tell the stories of our loves that fell apart out on the road. If we had better sense, we would just join our hearts. Have we ever? I don't remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Back when the place was still a biker bar, I'd come up late and put 'em down, 'cause not a soul I ever knew was hanging around. No one cared if I drove off into the night to greet the flashing lights. They tied me up, put me back inside. I remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Well, it seems it's finally happened, like I knew it would in good time. My friend, I know I've finally lost my mind, spending too much time alone, and for a moment I'll start feeling good again. Go on down to Sam's.
Yeah, I love that song.
Thank you.
Cinematic.
Yeah. Writing that song was so weird. It all like how it came out. It just like was in one swoop, sitting at the kitchen table in the middle of a beautiful day. I was just I used to have this kitchen table and it backed up right to this like big window where this like deck was. It was like you get a lot of sun in there and it was like beautiful. And for some reason I was just like, oh, this is kind of weird idea. And I just was like, no, like. And then it just came. I just remember, yeah, like hitting like just record on my iPhone. I was like, I feel like something's coming, and so I hit the voice memo, and then went for it.
Wow.
And it pretty much stayed in its original form.
That's
the stream
incredible.
of consciousness thing.
Yeah, that's incredible. I
don't think I could ever do it again. It's like one of those like, oh, well, that just I don't,
Oh, you probably could. You just don't know.
You never know. I don't know.
Mystery of it all.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put. Here's my information here and there. There's actually a little, you can hear the demo that I sent to the producer of my next record on my Patreon page, and a little clip, which has one of my favorite moments on the whole record, which is a bass harmonica solo on that song. And there's also beautiful cello on it. It is so spooky.
Yeah, bass harmonica is a funny thing to look at.
Oh, yeah, if you
somebody plays it, it's
huge.
Ooh, sorry, it's
all right.
Trying to get it's this big.
Yeah.
It's like as broad as your shoulders. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Watching Mickey play it on the Willie Nelson tour, he'd pull out the bass harmonica for a song, "Falling Out of Love," and it would sound so good and look so ridiculous.
Hilarious, yeah.
It's like a caricature of a harmonica.
I wish I had gotten a video of that.
Who played it, Mark?
Mark, yeah,
Oh,
Mark
wow.
Hallman.
Oh wow.
Mark Hallman.
It's a harmonica that's so big you have to buy it its own seat on the airplane. At the bottom of my tears, on the backside of my fears, at the center of the pain, I hear my voice call out your name. Days go by, nothing works. I can't believe how much this hurts. I don't know where you are. It's dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the light in an ocean black and deep, in the middle of the night, as I hold on to your love, like those lights from up above. I've drifted out so far. It's dark enough to see the stars. Curse the clock, time is a thief. Every life it measures brief. Every child is born to die, but the soul is born to fly under heaven's canopy. Tiny diamonds, you and me, lightning bugs inside a jar. It's dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the light in an ocean black and deep. In the middle of the night, as I hold on to your love, like those lights from up above, I've drifted out so far. It's dark enough to see the stars. I've been carried out so far. It's dark enough to see the stars.
You know what I was thinking about as I went for those high notes?
What's that?
Last night, Mary and I went over to a friend's house and we played a card game. And there was so much screaming involved. As we played, I was like, I'm feeling the screaming from...
What was the name of that card? Cat and Mouse?
Taco, cat, goat cheese pizza.
Taco, cat, goat cheese pizza. It's a card game.
It was hilarious. None of
People
us...
were screaming. It was a bit intense.
It was so much fun.
It was fun, and it was a lot of thinking, like a lot of thinking. And whenever there's a lot of thinking involved, one thing's for sure: I'm not gonna win.
I just love you were trying every strategy. It was just really funny because there's thinking involved, but it's also physical.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I feel like a psychological experiment because there are like some cards that come up where it's like you have to do one of three motions. And what we figured out was like, whoever the first one was to do the motion, even if it was the wrong motion, everyone else would follow. It's like
monkey see, monkey do.
Whoa, I know. It's like, that is some deep shit.
That was fun.
It was really fun.
Crescent City disappearing in the rear view mirror, just like she's always done. Spend my life running from the ghost of Vucari and that dirty spillway water in the noonday sun. Daughters of Charity left a mark on me. Keeping secrets, well, it just makes you feel alone. Magazine Street stole from me, and I never thought I'd find my way home. I thank God for you. Thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Thank God for you. I thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. junkie jonesing on the Greyhound bus with a 20-year ticket to a tortured mind. Siren sorrow, cigarette butts, my Jesus in pieces, broken as a highway lines. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Thank God for you. Thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. You gave me something no one can take away. You saw right through me and loved me anyway. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Thank God for you. Thank God for you. Yeah. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Thank God. Makes me think of Mavis.
I know every time, but then I had a new thought. Every time I'm like, which Mavis would sing this song? Which Mavis? And then I thought, what if Amy Helms sang this song?
Amy
I
sings
bet Amy would.
in that range of Mavis where where your spirit sort of becomes a firecracker or a sparkler, and it's the 4th of July and everything becomes dropping stars. It's sparkly. Amy's one of the great singers.
I could not even. We were rehearsing those hard. I could not even look at her. She opens her. She just sings, and I just like immediately start crying. Like which is what Mavis does to me. There's something in her voice.
Something about that
I'm
voice.
Just,
I know.
oh my God, it's so spectacular.
Yeah,
It's so
writing
powerful.
songs with Amy is a real privilege. You know, writing songs with Amy Helms
No
is
joke.
a real privilege. We did get a couple of songs when we were in Woodstock 2 weeks
We
ago.
did, yeah.
Amy's on tour right now with Little Feat. No, she's actually with Joan Osborne now.
What?
Joan
Really?
Osborne or Little Feat? I know she's going from Little Feat to Joan Osborne and then hopping on with Mavis to Europe.
And the UK and doing her own thing over there.
Europe
too.
and UK and doing her own thing over there. So
So I'll go
she's
check out
she's
Amy.
busy. We're all busy. Hell. All right, I'm gonna give this song a try and see if I can get the words. This got a lot of words, and I wrote it. I did this to myself, but it's got a lot of words, and I'm almost there with it. But you know what's happening? I think I'm memorizing it now by reading it off the lyric sheet instead of letting go of the lyric sheet and memorizing it from my head, which is making me.
Yeah.
I know.
I played it at South by, and what I did was that whole day, I had like 3 other gigs that day, and I just walked around up and down South Congress. I looked insane. I was saying this, saying the words to me. I was doing that, and then I hear, "Hey Jamie, hey Jamie," and it's Charlie Sexton. I look like insane, like talking to myself. Like I'm just trying to learn this song that we wrote.
Yeah, talking the words to myself doesn't help me
That doesn't
memorize
do it?
No.
Really?
I gotta sing it. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I have to talk the words to myself constantly all day long, and then play it once and do okay, and then play it second time and probably mess it up, and then I'm usually good. I have to get over the fear of.
I read that Nick Lowe rents a hotel room, and moves all the furniture to the sides and paces and memorizes with a guitar, and he doesn't leave the room till he has the songs down. That's his process to memorize songs.
That is so cool.
Just
I love
move
that.
everything and just pace and pace and pace until you got it.
I love it.
Yeah, writing it is not memorizing it. That's a whole other thing. Writing it is just writing it. Memorizing it has to get into what's called muscle memory so that you don't have to think about it anymore. You just know it. I learned a lot about this doing TED Talks. I've done
Oh.
2 TED Talks in my life, and the people who memorized it by walking around saying it, when they got on stage and there was a millisecond of forgetting it, everything from the point where that millisecond happened down leaves their mind. Because memorizing it and knowing it are 2 different things. So memorizing it's only part A of knowing it. And I watched, oh my God, PhDs collapse on the TED stage in Lincoln Center in New York because they had it memorized, but they didn't know it.
But you but see, I wonder if that's different than a song though, because like
It's not.
with with something like that, like actually it is better that you know it because that, first of all, it's a lot more information. You can't possibly memorize that, however long a TED Talk is, right?
People memorize it.
That's so much though. That does seem like a bad idea. It is better to know it in that way because you got to hit certain points, like you said.
You got to hit marks every 2 minutes. You have to know exactly where you are in your talk.
Right, and that's more important to know.
So it's like memorizing a handful of songs. Not even, because a song is 4 minutes. A whole TED Talk is under 12 minutes. So it's like 2-minute marks, and you got to know where you are. And so people memorize it and they lose it. So for me, I actually was in pretty good shape, because even if it went out of my mind, the 2-minute mark, because of being able to be on stage, I can just extemporaneously come up with something else until the rest drops back in. But anyway, that is all to say we're still working on learning this thing. Bicycle bells on Rembrandt Street, Spanish shoes on the stranger's feet, and there's bar caps, old Dutchmen, an alley cat with a Cheshire grin, sailors' bars, old cafes, cobblestone carriageways, kisses in the summer rain, falling back in love again. All right. Feeling alright in Amsterdam tonight. Alright, feeling alright in Amsterdam, Amsterdam tonight. Rocking horse carousels, Calliope's cathedral bells, hyacinths, daffodils, tulips in the windowsills. It's been a heartbreak year. I'm so glad to be back here, walking these old streets with you. Wide awake, a dream come true, singing all right, feeling all right in Amsterdam tonight. All right, feeling all right in Amsterdam, Amsterdam tonight. Moonlight on the marble stairs, windows open to the square, late night coffee, gingerbread, cotton sheets, a king-size bed. None of this is gonna last, all of it's gonna pass, but I look into your eyes and see I got everything I'll ever need. All right, feeling all right in Amsterdam tonight.
High five.
Yay! I think I got it more than memorized. I
All right.
think
all
I
right.
know it. We're about ready to take this show on the road.
Yes.
You know what I'd love to hear, Jamie?
What?
I would love to hear Boomerang Town.
Okay.
Would you play us that
Yeah,
song?
yeah. I forgot to put
Unless you really want to play something else, of course. I think that song is dropping it in right about now is a good idea.
It was just funny because I was thinking about Oklahoma. A friend of mine in Oklahoma, she has a 3-year-old daughter, I think, and she loves that song. You know, Mary put that out as the first single. Is that right for your new record? And this girl's daughter keeps asking, "Can you, Mom, please play Hamsterdam again?" She thinks it's called
I
Hamsterdam.
love Hamsterdam.
Me too. I think we should. I know. Can you imagine this?
We should do Amsterdam, the sequel,
Like,
Hamsterdam.
Hamsterdam with
I
a cute
love
little
it.
video. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Amsterdam's great.
I was thinking about this today because today tickets went on sale for the Woody Guthrie Folk Festival, which is one of my ultimate favorite festivals. It's held every July in Woody Guthrie's hometown of Okemah, Oklahoma. And it's super fun. And this year I get to do a song swap with Butch Hancock. Dying. That is amazing. And I also get to have a band show on the same stage as James McMurtry. So really freaking I always love this festival anyways, but I'm just like, I get to like hang out with Butch Hancock and like see James McMurtry. That's awesome. So
Of course you do.
yeah, it's fun. You had a good time, right?
I had a great time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's down home. It's friends and family kind of festival.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, it's a blast. So this is directly inspired by one of the verses in This Land Is Your Land. I was thinking about it today. So I'm glad you asked for it.
This song will sit very nicely with James McMurtry and Butch Hancock, two writers who will get this song, and they'll do the famous Guy Clark thing probably. When he really likes your song,
I can't even
he
think
used to
about it.
say, "Fuck you." That's when you knew it was good. When you get a FU from Guy, you nailed it.
That is a dream.
Yeah, I know.
I was working at the supermarket when I fell for Julie, knocked her up like everybody said I would. The day I turned 16, I got that job. I couldn't wait to buy a car, save enough, leave this town for good. In August, I asked Julie if she'd run away. She said she wanted to wait till May to graduate. She'd be the first in her family, so I stayed behind. Thought she could get a scholarship to college, become a nurse, travel the world, but all that took a back seat when we saw those double lives. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. You think you're soaring, you think you're flying, too young to know there's no use trying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town. It's a boomerang town. It's a boomerang town. After shift, she lights the smoke up on the bridge. Under the billboard, painted Jesus lives. Julie steps over the rail, thinks about salvation. The sun arrives and collides with the steeple, cast a shadow over God's most desperate people. Julie takes it as a sign. Let's go and stars flying. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. It feels like soaring, it feels like flying. Now I know it's only dying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town.
Title track from Jaimee's record that's coming out in 2023. Beautiful song.
Thanks for the request.
Love that song. I love that record. I can't wait till the world gets to hear it. I'm going to read an excerpt from Saved by a Song. And this little story is about what happened after I signed some CDs at the Edmonton Folk Festival in Edmonton, Alberta. Jaimee and I are pleased to announce before the announcement that we will be back at the Edmonton Folk Festival this summer. And really looking forward to it. It's one of the great Canadian folk festivals. And I'm super excited to be a part of it for many years, like 20 years now. They keep having me back. I'm so grateful for
It's
that.
like your Woody Fest.
It's my Woody Fest.
Yeah, you get to see your friends and eat good food and hear great songs.
It's
play great
always
songs.
a privilege to be at the Canadian festivals, and Edmonton is particularly awesome to me. So I want to thank all the good folks up in Alberta and read you a little story. I was signing autographs after a show at the Edmonton Folk Festival when I saw a woman with a black lab service dog on a short leash standing in the back waiting for the line to wind down. She approached the table when I was done and introduced herself. She offered me a huge smile, glanced down at the lab, and this is Lando. Hi, my name is Carla. She spoke full-mouthed, a little loud. A theater major, I thought. She said, I am here to put in a request. Oh, Lord, I thought, a request? I'm a music therapist. I work at a hospice. I have a client who owned a record store in downtown Edmonton for many years. He's a huge music fan and a big fan of yours. He does not have long to live. It would mean a lot if you'd come sing for him before you leave town. She paused. I could come get you at the hotel tomorrow morning and bring you back. The whole thing would probably take less than an hour. Oh boy, what do I say? I'd not been inside a hospice since AIDS had taken the lives of so many of my close friends 20 years prior. Returning to a hospice was scary for me. It could conjure ghosts. I needed a minute. I looked down. I tried to think. The process of dying is an intimate, intensely personal unfolding. In addition to worrying about stirring up grief from my past, I was also afraid of invading a private moment, maybe even somehow adding to a family's distress. How could I go into a hospice room with a frightened family I'd never met, open up my guitar case, pull out my guitar and start singing. Carla, I said, this scares me. She smiled, grabbed my arm, lowered her voice, and said, Mary, I'll walk you through it. Lando and I do this every single day. Just follow our lead. I hesitated. I really did not want to do it. It would mean a lot to Robert, she said. I'd met men like Robert over the years, music lovers, true friends to songwriters like me. Robert probably sold my records one at a time, suggesting each person give my music a listen. I felt indebted to him and torn. I looked at Lando, his shiny black coat, his sweet lab face, his beautiful eyes, and I caved. Okay, all right, I'll do it. So the next morning, I stood nervously sipping hot coffee by the valet station at 9 a.m., wishing I'd said no. I was not looking forward to going to a hospice to sing for a dying man I'd never met. Carla pulled up in a van, her head bobbing. She was singing along with the radio. She waved, she smiled, she hit a button and the side door of the van slid open. Music got louder. I tossed in my guitar. Lando surrendered the passenger seat to me. He hopped in the back and poked his face through the space between the two front seats. I petted his head and tried not to think about where we were going. We drove through downtown Edmonton, making small talk, till we arrived at the hospice. As we headed in, Lando stayed right by Carla's side. No leash. At the nurse's station, the nurses smiled and everyone petted Lando. Carla introduced me. I explained that I was a songwriter, I lived in Nashville, and I was in town for the weekend, for the festival. As we made our way down the hall, Carla said she'd spoken to Robert's wife, and they were expecting us. The door was cracked open and the room was dark. Carla gave a little knock, announced herself, marched in, and turned on overhead fluorescents. The room lit up brightly. Lando stayed by her side, ears up, tail wagging. I followed a few steps behind them, hesitant, my guitar in a soft case on my shoulder. Robert was unconscious. His wife sat in a chair by the side of his bed. Carla gave her a quick hug. Robert had been unconscious now for 48 hours. His breathing was shallow. The doctors weren't sure he'd regain consciousness. His wife had dark circles under her eyes. Carla patted Robert's bed 2 times, and Lando jumped up on it. He laid down next to Robert and rested his head on Robert's chest. He gazed at Robert's unconscious face. Carla bent down over Robert and shouted, Mary Gaucher is here. She's here to sing for you. Isn't that wonderful? No response. Carla shouted again, her face lowered directly next to Robert's left ear. Robert, wake up! Mary Gaucher is here to sing for you. She put a hand on his shoulder, and her other hand grabbed his hand and held it. He did not respond. Carla nodded at me. It's your turn now. Sing, Mary. I pulled my guitar out of the case. I tuned it. I put on my harmonica holder and nervously started Mercy Now. I focused on the meaning of every word. After the last note rang out, I was hoping for a miracle, but Robert's eyes remained closed. He had not moved. The room was silent. We all watched and waited. Then his lips slightly moved. His wife jumped up from her chair. Carla shouted directly into his ear, Robert, what did you say? Robert's lips moved ever so slightly, and a faint, frail sound came out. Carla, trying to make out what he was saying, her ear almost on his lips, broke out into a smile. She turned to us and said, Robert says he is richly blessed. A lump formed in my throat. My worries about conjuring ghosts or being invasive suddenly seemed selfish and petty. This was about Robert, not about me. I put my guitar down and reached for Robert's hand, and I squeezed it. He squeezed back, softly. We were strangers no more. I'd done nearly nothing, and now a dying man felt richly blessed. And his wife would have a few more hours with him conscious before he passed away. All because of a song. A song. That actually happened. Yeah. Here's to Lando and Carla and Robert and the Edmonton Folk Festival. Well, my father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor falling right slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. Won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother sure could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to his fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race towards another mushroom cloud. There's people in power who'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life, life itself could use some mercy now. We all could use a little mercy now. I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, we dangle between hell and hallowed. Every single one of us could use some mercy now. Yes, every single one of us could use some mercy now. I've never read that story before.
No, you haven't. Or maybe in the very, very beginning.
Did I?
Yeah, but we haven't done, yeah.
Long ago and far away.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-order is up for the record, the vinyl, Dark Enough to See the Stars. Pre-order. Get it signed before it hits the stores in the streets. Of course, please order my book from me. Send it to you signed. Most of you have already. Oh, I'm sorry. If you have headphones on, that hurt. I just hit the microphone. Sorry. Most of you already have this, but I thought in case there's new people on the feed, we still have the bundle, which is 10 CDs plus this extra one if you order it from us today, which is 11 CDs for $50. This is everything I've got except the brand new one, which is coming out in June. And please hop on Jaimee's Patreon for as little as $3 a month, and you can get all kind of stuff from Jaimee, including unreleased demos and behind the scenes video, all kind of stuff. She sends her patrons postcards, correspondence. It's a cool little club, and she's really happy that so many of you have joined it. It's been a real thrill to build the patronage together, and thank y'all for supporting what Jaimee does. Thank you for supporting what I do. Thank you for hopping on these live streams. Thank you for being part of our story.
Sidebar, Josh Gertz is here. So hi, Josh Gertz.
Josh, I need to call you.
Yeah, I just want to say hi.
Hey, Josh.
And Long Haul Paul. So we had some co-writers on the screen
Oh,
today.
we got co-writers on the
Yeah,
feed.
pretty cool.
I don't know if Paul was there at the opening.
I don't think he was.
Started with Truckers and Troubadours today. That's a co-write with Long Haul Paul and Darden Smith. And Josh Gertz is on the feed. Hey, Josh. Josh and I wrote Still on the Ride together, and have played it in multiple places, including the Grand Ole Opry together. And Josh is featured in my book as well. And I miss you, Josh. I need to call you. And thanks for hopping on. Thanks, everybody. This has been a really big opportunity for us to connect in a way that's brand new technologically to all of us. And seems to be working, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for being part of the story. And Jaimee, thank you. Thanks for taking care of all the tech. Thank you for getting that new camera almost up and running.
So close.
We got a big fancy camera that we're going to use at some point soon as we get a couple of more things ironed out. This camera's not bad, but the one we have is incredible. We just don't know how to use it yet. So we're going to figure that out, or Jaimee's going to figure it out. And
first, we're going to play the song and eat lunch.
I would imagine the next time we do this,
Lunchtime.
we'll definitely have that new camera up and running.
Fingers crossed.
Be a couple of weeks. And so it goes. I think that's it. I don't know when we're doing this again. Next week we have Mother's Day plans to be with quite a few moms,
Yeah.
but not our own. A gathering of moms in Austin.
Yeah.
And the week after that, you're going to be in Arkansas.
Yeah, I'll be in Arkansas 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do this
And also Oklahoma.
with someone. Maybe pull somebody into the room like we did with Chris
And
Matthews
Betty
or Betty Sue. We'll find someone around town to join us.
Oh, that'd be great. I would love another Ben Glover show.
Oh, I could bring Ben over. That's a great idea. I'll bring young, handsome Ben.
He could do a meditation for everyone. It would be awesome.
Thanks, everybody. May eternity hold you in the hollow of her hand. May a soft wind enfold you as you travel distant lands. May the moon and stars delight you as as the daylight dims, till the morning sun warms your face, till I see you again. May you lay down your struggle beneath the silver sky. May a summer rain inside your dreams sing a lullaby. May there be no more struggle, no more pain. May you sleep inside the stillness of the night till I see you again. May you never be a stranger, may you never feel alone. May you reunite with family and friends, may they walk you home. May love embrace you in a dance that never ends. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again. Thanks, everybody. We'll let you know when we're coming back live. Till then, y'all take good care. And peace be with you.